What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? Let me tell y'all something. This is like the third time I tried to. I am so tired. This is like the third time I tried to film this because when I finish this, baby, I'm finna lay down. All right. Today, or I should say this week, it's been fine. It's just been tiring. All right. You know, Mother Nature came a little bit early. I'm usually on schedule, so I was a little shocked by that, and it threw my whole life off. Okay. Not been getting that much sleep because of it. But anyway, I was supposed to be at work right now. Girl, showed up at work and the power was off. No electricity. And we so confused as to why, because all the other businesses on the block and on the other opposite block, full power. We ain't got nothing. And just about everything in my job is automated. So if the electricity is down, everything else is down. We ain't got no computer. Our system is down. Couldn't get into the doors. We just so happened to be glad that we had keys, because usually the way that we come in, we have a key card that lets us in, but that wasn't working. We couldn't swipe in. So it was just a mess. But hopefully, it worked out for the better, because listen, we ain't want to come to work no way. So everybody went home. Everybody went home. I went to McDonald's to go get me some breakfast. My other coworker and the security guard that I actually like, they came over there. It was like, oh my God, I didn't know that you was going to come over here. Listen, that's what I was trying to ask. Because as soon as they said we can go, I left about that bitch, okay? And when she was like, I'll pay for your food. I'll pay for your food. I'm like, no, no. For some reason, I just don't like when other people want to come up and like, it's not that I like. I just prefer not to. When they be like, oh, I'll buy you lunch, or I'll buy you this or whatever. I don't want that, because I don't want to have the obligation to buy you something, because I don't interact with people like that. I gotta get out of that. I gotta get out of that. If somebody offered me something just out the goodness of their heart, I should be able to, just say, okay, cool, go ahead, and not expect anything other than that, But I just feel weird when people ask me stuff like that, and I was in mid order, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, it's okay, it's okay. And then gonna ask me, was I finna sit there with them to eat inside the McDonald's? No. Girl, I'm finna go home and eat in my comfortability. Okay, I am ready to go. I'm tired. All right, this is a little too late for me. But that's what's going on. But let me start this off. I hope everybody has had a beautiful week so far, and I hope your weekend goes great too. The weather has been really nice. The weather has been really nice these past few days. I don't give a fuck if it's getting cool outside. This is my type of weather. I am thriving, all right? But I want to give a shout out to a small channel. Her name is Tomboy Drew, okay? And Drew is spelled DRU, Tomboy, the whole thing. Um, and she does have a YouTube channel. And what she told me, she said, to give you a little information, she is a black female city planner, which is very rare within the white male dominated field. She has a website where she provides basic education in the form of blogs and the everyday person about planning practices and lingo, so our community can be more prepared and more informed once developments are proposed. The information is free, and she built her website her own self, and it's called urbanplanninglife.com. All right. And like I said, she also has a YouTube channel that talks about zoning and, the particulars about that. So if you're getting into development and planning and things like that, or, just want to find something new or whatever, this is for educational purposes, for business purposes, you can check her website out and, give her a little shout out or whatever, because, like she said, she's a black woman in this predominantly white man field. So I love to see it. And also I want to shout out my friend Janice. Y'all probably seen her on YouTube a little here and there. If you watch Power, she was on one of the Power specials when they went behind the scenes and they got some of the fans to come out and visit some of the locations of where it was filmed at. And I'm talking about the original Power. Her name is Janice. Janise, and she has a Etsy shop, and it's called Gems, Gem Crafts by Janice. Okay, and When I tell you, she didn't ask me to do this, but I'm just doing it because, I like the product that she's putting out, and, friends support friends, okay? She do like these customized ashtrays if you into stuff like that. Some of y'all partake in a little bit of puff puff give, okay? And she does different shape, different designs or whatever, handmade. She also has like water bottles. I'm thinking that she's slowly integrating some more items into her shop, but it's been doing really well. Like the water bottles, you can get like a Beyonce one, a Rihanna one, a Gaga one. I just brought me one, and when I tell you that I'm satisfied with the way that she's handling everything, the shipping, it doesn't take long for, to get shipped and everything, a couple of days or so, and it's just quality service. So if you're looking for something like that, give her a look out. I will make sure, if I remember, because I didn't write this down. I had to rewrite everything down because when I'm at work, I put my notes. I be typing up notes for what I want to talk about in my what it is or whatever, and so I couldn't print it out because we ain't had no power today. So I had to go off memory or whatever. But yeah, check them out. Tomboy Drew on YouTube, and her website urbanplanninglife.com, and also Gem Crafts by Janice on Etsy shop. All right. Um, let's get into this actual factual news of the what it is extra. Okay, so unfortunately we have to start it off once again with some sad news, but I don't know. It's probably, hopefully, it's natural causes, and I'm not gonna say it's sad because he's no longer here, but not so sad because he lived a very full life, a very full life. Multi hyphenate talent, Melvin Van Peebles, he passed away. Mario Van Peebles' father. They've done plenty of work together behind the scenes, on the scenes. He was one of the people doing the black exploitation movies back in the 70s. You know, he's a director, writer, actor, composer, author, all of that, and every time I think about Melvin Van Peebles, I think about two episodes that he did on two shows, all right? Two characters, I should say, that he did on two particular black sitcoms, all right? The first one would be with and Living Single when Regine was dating his son and him at the same time, the weatherman, okay? Baby, that shit was so funny. And then when he was on Girlfriends and he was dating Joan and he just couldn't get enough, okay? Listen, he was one of the best ladies that Joan had, okay? Like, he was giving her the day, pipe down, okay? That was cute. So he will be missed. I didn't know he had any other kids. He has a daughter named Megan and another son named Max. But like I said, he was 89 years old. So he fulfilled, he did, he accomplished, and his legacy will live on. He really was somebody important. Also, there is an update. I got a couple of updates right here with that I spoke about earlier in the what it is. Unfortunately, the toxicology autopsy report or whatever came back about Michael K. Williams, the actor, who's widely known for his role as Omar in The Wire, the father on Lovecraft Country. That was probably one of the most recent roles that he played. The father on How They See Us or When They See Us. You know, Chalky on Boardwalk Empire. Y'all already know this. He was found, I think, on Labor Day in his home, and they said there was drug paraphernalia that was around him, so they assumed that it was probably an overdose that happened, and it was just an assumption then, and it is facts now that he did die from a combination of fentanyl, heroin, and cocaine. And it is It's sad. It's sad. And I was looking on one of the blogs and I saw a comment and they was like no judgment because people gonna do what they're gonna do. You can't stop them and you can't, try to reason and be like, don't do this, don't do this. Even though I wanna say that you know that people are probably self medicating or probably just using things for recreational use just to get them up or whatever, just to have fun or whatever. And it only takes that one time to just overdose or do a little much or, have a bad reaction. Even if you don't overdose, you just have a bad reaction because you don't know what these street drugs are laced with. And I'm not telling, it's easy to say just say no or don't do it or whatever. But you, like I said, you don't know what people are going through and the reasons why they started, and it's not easy to stop. But like I sent this one comment, just go and get the necessary tools that you need to make sure. I think they have like fentanyl strips or whatever. That's what this comment said. I'm not advocating for it, like saying this what y'all gotta go do, but if that's what you're doing, I would say just be prepared. Test your product out before you test it out on you. If it's something like the fentanyl strips that you can, use to check and see what's in your drugs, do that. If it's, something that can help, I think like Narcan or whatever, they said that you can get it from the store. Bitch, I don't do drugs, so I don't know. But if this can help somebody, I hope that it does. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to hear it, we've been hearing about people dying from drug overdoses so long, and then fentanyl is just, oh my god, it's so scary. When I heard when first time I ever truly heard about fentanyl, I don't know if Michael Jackson had it, but I know Michael Jackson did propofol, okay? But when Prince, oh my God, I was like, what is going on? And then it was like ever since then, and it probably was before, and I just wasn't paying attention, but it was like ever since then, I just, you just been hearing news about people passing away, from overdosing on fentanyl this, fentanyl that, and it's crazy, but I just want you guys to be safe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging. Just be safe with whatever it is that you do. For whatever reason that you do, we don't know people's lives, so no judgment here. Just be safe. Also, another update, we talked about Jelani Day, the 25-year-old graduate student that was at Illinois University who went missing August 24th. The last time he was seen was August 24th. They found his car several days later, and they found the clothes that he had on August 24th, the last time he was seen, but no traces of him. Okay. And his case started ramping up because a lot of people had a lot of concern as to why, a particular case was being magnified in the media more so than others. All right. And literally, literally the very next day, the coroners or medical people came out, police department, whoever came out and said his body had been found in the Illinois River. It was badly decomposed, but I have questions, okay, because they said that the body was found September the 4th. And I'm sitting here like recently, I just saw a video past September the 4th of his mom, pleading for help, okay, for them to do their job or whatever. And it's like, what is really going on? Why did it take so long for you to identify this body? Okay. I understand you got to get dental records and, you could probably use DNA. And she even said they asked for her blood, give a blood sample. Okay. Because his body was so badly decomposed that they probably couldn't facially recognize him. But at the same time, you offered the blood DNA. And then how long does it really take to get the dental record? And I'm saying that because when this Gabby girl, they found her body within a few days that she was missing, and then literally 24 hours later they identified her. Maybe it's because, like they said, the body wasn't as decomposed, but still y'all could have put a rush on it when y'all. It's just a lot of stuff that was going on. It's unfortunate that this has happened. I just don't like it. And I'm saying this because I know how, and I've seen how Illinois shit works with certain people. Okay. That's where I'm coming from. So don't get up here and talk about something. Oh, well, it takes time, and because some white woman has to get up in my mentions when I mention that, and trying to explain this stuff, like white explain this stuff. I said don't do that, okay? Because I'm not stupid. Don't talk to me like I'm stupid. We already know why one got a little bit more media coverage than the other. Because literally, I looked in some of my comments, and then when we mentioned it on Twitter, there were people that were saying, I did not know nothing about this. I never heard of this Jelani Day or anything. And then the next day, he's found dead already. And I'm just like, see, it's terrible. Like I said, we need to treat every missing person the exact same, okay? The exact same. No matter what creed, no matter what color, no matter what sex, the exact same. That's all. Ooh, that's all I'm saying. Hold on. Whew, got a little passionate in that piece. I just want everybody equal. Like, come on. Like, this didn't even have to happen. And the woman, the mama, and the friends and family was waiting. I'm pretty sure it's more to the story, but my condolences, unfortunately. My condolences. At least she got some little bit of closure knowing that her they have a body. But at this point, let's not end the investigation there. Let's go further and see exactly what the hell happened and why did it happen, okay? And who did it if somebody did it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that Gabby girl, I'm sorry that I gotta call her Gabby girl, but because it kind of sounded a little disrespectful, but I'm not. I really do hope that they find that man. I really do hope that they find her fiance, because at this point, all fingers and everything is pointing towards him. He's giving off guilty vibes, and if you didn't do something, why are you on the run? Basically, why are you not cooperating? It just doesn't make sense at this point. So, at this point, he did it. Lock his ass up when you find him, and then go to his people and kind of lock their ass up too, because I feel like they got something to do. Like, they know where he at. They know. That's what I feel like. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Some good news though. Some good news. We got to break up the monotony. Okay, got some the sad news out the way. Girl, congratulations to Charmaine Bay. Okay, is it Bay or B? Because Bey. I know he's Haitian too. Okay, so congratulations to her. If you don't know who Charmaine is one of the cast members from Chicago, Black Ink Chicago. Okay, and she's also a radio personality. That came along, she forayed her reality TV stardom into radio out here in Chicago. So that is a good look. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what you're supposed to do with your platform. When you get on these reality shows, there are only a few people that actually take the reality show route and they use it to further their career in a positive way, in a positive direction, and to make them go a little bit further. That is what you do, okay? I'm on TV. Let me transition to this radio stuff or whatever and doing a good job. And I actually caught a couple of her shows and she's really good. But she's had a difficult past couple of years or so. I'll say like 3-4 years. The last season, I believe, of Black Ink Crew, Chicago, we saw that her mom had passed, and this was pre-COVID. Okay, she was pregnant with her first child. I think it was a daughter. She was pregnant with her, and her mom passed away. I can't remember if it was just sudden or if she was just sick, but her mom passed away. And when I tell you, that is, if and I will be Black Ink Crew Chicago is coming back next month, October 4th or something like that. It's coming back at the beginning of October. I will be reviewing it. I'm loyal to it because it's Chicago. But I will tell you this, and it's so much better to me than Black Ink Crew New York. Granted, I will tell you this. I believe that both of them got their parts where they are, a little scripted, just a little bit. But the reason why I stopped doing Black Ink Crew New York, because it became ridiculously scripted. And I mean, it just didn't make sense. It was just like, this is what we're doing. It was childish. It was just, and I didn't really like any of the cast members. So why force myself to, record and review something that I'm not liking anymore. Okay. But with Black Ink Crew Chicago, they dealt with mental health. They dealt with, sudden deaths and, you know, a lot of different issues. I would tell you this. Um, Three of the top moments for me, I would say the emotional moments was when Don was looking for his sister and she was dealing with mental health illnesses, and unfortunately they found her passed. And then when Ford was going through his mental issues in the way that all the men and everybody just gathered around him, that was everything to me. And then, when Charmaine mother passed away, in the way they were in the midst of their drama. Okay, Ryan and Charmaine weren't even talking like that, but they all came together for her. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And it was sad at the same time. Bitch, I was up in here crying. Because I remember hearing about it, but to actually see it and to see her emotions and the raw emotions that was happening, oh, it was just a lot. It was a lot. But, and then recently her father just passed away. I think he had cancer at one point, and I think they're going to show that on the new season as well. And now to know that she's pregnant and expecting her second child, after all the darkness and the sadness comes to light with the new birth, so that's beautiful. Also, congratulations to Cash Doll. She's pregnant with her first child. Leave that lady alone about her age, okay? I've seen the jokes. I get it. But then again, I really don't, because Cash Doll look good for her age. Whatever age she is, I don't care if she's 20 something, 30 something, 40 something, 50 something, 60. She looks good for her age. Leave that lady alone, okay? And appreciate what it is that she trying to do, and congratulate her for her first baby. Like that maternity pictures that she put out, she was beautiful. I said, come on, chocolate, come on, brown skin, caramel. All right, it was really nice. Okay, moving on from that, baby, what's going on with Kelly Price? This came out yesterday, okay? Girl, I was mad in my business, trying to stay up after I did my little review or whatever for Love After Lockup. A mess, okay? Next thing you know, it came through on the phone or whatever. TMZ had posted something talking about some Kelly Price was missing. Okay. Family ain't seen her in a while. She had Miss Girl, COVID, or whatever. And I'm just sitting here like, wait a goddamn minute. Now, if you follow this person on Twitter, his name is called Call Me Dollar. That's his Twitter name. Okay. His Twitter handle and everything. He's like in the industry. I don't know exactly what he do, but he's in the music industry, because I know he's on, like, he be promoting. I think he's like on Michelle Williams' promotion team. I'm pretty sure he's working with her, the artist, her team or whatever, because he's always promoting and, doing a whole bunch of stuff like that. But he's in the music industry. He is hilarious, all right? He just don't give a fuck. He will tell you how it is. But he kept on saying, we go a while back, probably like in July, whatever. You know, one of the last things that we seen from Kelly Price, she was cussing out Hertz, okay, the car rental place that kept on charging her for something that she had already returned, and trying to make it seem like she didn't return the car, but she did. Okay, next thing after that, the last thing that I reported on her was when she was supposed to do this gig, and the promoter didn't pay her the money, so she didn't come on, and the promoter was lying about the reason why she didn't come on, trying to make it seem like she's stepped out because some situation that was going on with her grandmother and her grandmother's health or whatever. And Kelly got real pissed. Come to find out, the promoter did the same thing to Life Jennings and a couple of other acts that was supposed to be at the same event. They didn't get their money. Okay, so that's why it didn't go off. And after that, because Kelly good for getting on Instagram Live and just going off and saying what she got to say. Nobody heard from her since, all right? And Call Me Dollar was the main one on my timeline that kept on saying, because he funny, so we didn't know if he was just being funny or not. But kind of found out he had valid concerns. We was like, always saying, what's going on with Kelly? Anybody checked in on Kelly Price or whatever? We ain't seen her since she did this and since this or whatever. So I kind of pushed it to the side up until last night. And I was like, oh my goodness, so she really is missing. And it's not funny. It's actually crazy and it's actually sad, the circus that's going on. And see, this is what I can't stand. I just want people, one representative, and this is how you know that there's a disconnect within people in their camp and their family when you got so many different people trying to talk and say this and giving so many conflicting stories, okay? Everybody is not on one accord, and I hate that. I really hate that. You know how they do when people they want to be the first to announce that a celebrity passed away or whatever, and then it don't even be the shit that they did with DMX. That situation, I will never forget over that. I would never forgive people for that. Okay, the media was just crazy. This is the same thing that's going on. It's so many freaking conflicting stories about what is happening with Miss Kelly Price. Okay, so apparently the first story that we saw TMZ put out, they was like, I think up in August or whatever, mama had contracted, she was dealing with COVID. She had to go to the hospital. She was in ICU. And at one point, her kids, I think she got a son and a daughter, they were visiting her regularly, and then all of a sudden she was discharged, and the hospital said that she was discharged, and nobody knew that she was discharged, and nobody seen her since. Okay, and they said it was weird that she was discharged because she was still really sick. Okay, and then they said that the boyfriend, she has this boyfriend that isn't allowing anybody to see her, not telling anybody where her whereabouts at, basically trying to isolate her from her friends and family, okay? They said that the boyfriend wasn't cooperating. They did a wellness check on her. They couldn't find her, whatever, at her home. Or they wasn't allowed to go into the home. It was one of those. Next thing you know, after all this picked up steam in the first hour or so, here comes the attorney saying, oh, she's not missing, she's okay, she's in a safe place, she's just recovering, you know what I'm saying, she's getting her health together. Next thing you know, after that, the sister, her older sister, comes out and she does this interview with this guy, I think named Larry Reed or whatever, and basically said, we're not buying anything that the attorney said because we have not spoken to or seen our sister, our family, Miss Kelly, in a while, months, okay? It's been months, okay? And my whole thing is, it's been months and you ain't bothered to go, you just not going over there to see what's going on? You ain't know that she was sick? It's been months. Girl, what the hell is happening? Okay. Then there's another report saying that, I think at one point, I think the daughter said that she okay. But then the sister is still saying no. And other family members, you got Nicole Gilbert coming out saying that she ain't seen her or heard from him. Bitch, Nikki Gilbert. Okay. I'm just like, what is going on? Can somebody just... Is the boyfriend involved? Who is the boyfriend? Is Kelly okay? Is Kelly really on the island just chilling? Is she just tired of being around y'all or whatever and she just needed some me time or whatever? What is really happening? Is she really missing? I don't think that she's really missing. I'm going to pray that she's not. But I feel like it's just a whole bunch of miscommunication. I feel like it's, maybe somebody doing something for attention and not Kelly, the family or whatever, because they can't get access to her because she probably told them no to something. That could be a possibility. I have no idea what the hell is going on. If y'all find out any information, put it down in the comments for an update or whatever. Because this is a circus. This is crazy. And it's all confusing. Because there's so many conflicting stories. For what? For what? And Kelly ain't just no regular ass person. Like, come on, that's the Kelly fucking Rowland. Kelly Price, okay? Should never call me a fat ass Kelly Price. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, y'all was thinking the same line too, so I just had to say it. I ain't even trying to be rude, but it was there. So, calm down. Miss Kelly Price, get your ass on Instagram Live. I don't care if you laying in the bed. Just click that thing on and be like, it's Kelly. I'm here. Everything's all to the good, because the people are worried. We are worried. We want to know, are you okay, ma'am? All right? And hopefully you are. Moving on from that, let me just say this, okay? I sort of mentioned it a little bit on Wednesday. The interview had just happened and I didn't see it yet. This interview with Kenneth Petty's accuser, or victim, that he was convicted of sexually assaulting back in '94 or something like that. What's that, like 30 years ago? Girl, you do the math. I don't care. But here's my thing. I stand with her. I will always believe a victim, especially when there has been a court case that came along and you've been punished for it. And what people fail to realize is that because people like, well, it happened so long ago. Why are you talking about it? He went to jail for it. Why are you talking about it? Whatever. That woman has every freaking right to say whatever it is that she has to say because other people have been speaking on her. All right. We have to understand that that lady did not bring this up to the public. People went and found it and therefore brought it to the public when they found out that who this man was married to. Okay, that's when they started digging and bringing it up there. She didn't do that on her own. She was trying to stay silent. She was trying to stay in the background. Okay, she didn't want this to be unearthed, but now that it is and people keep on coming after her, according to her, allegedly they're trying to bribe her to recant her statement. That's part of what happened. Okay, you know, the reason why there's a lawsuit, the reason why she's speaking out, this is because she's been allegedly, according to her, harassment, you know what I'm saying, by people in his camp, okay, and his people, and trying to get her to recant her statement so that he won't have to register as a sex offender, that he failed to register in California. Therefore, now he was trying not to plead guilty, but he pled guilty now. Okay, so they gotta go to court and see if he's gonna get jail time or not, or probation, or whatever's gonna happen. And she just wants to be left alone. And I know people like, well, if you want to be left alone, why do this interview? Why go to the real? The real ain't nothing or whatever. Girl, why not? Why not? It don't matter which outlet she go to. She can go to wherever she want to go to. Hell, she can do an Instagram live if she really wanted to. But she wanted to go there because they offered it to her, so therefore she took it. This is that whole, oh, y'all trying to silence people. I don't like that shit. Okay? Let her say what she got to speak. Okay? This is the first time that she ever really truly said something about it to my knowledge. Okay? I ain't talking about no YouTube stuff or whatever. I'm talking about in the public. Okay? And it's just disgusting as the way how people are victim blaming and people are, being negative towards this woman, all because of who her her alleged attacker is married to, who her attacker is married to. Y'all just being nasty to her because of who he is married to. And that's messed up. Because at the end of the day, get out your standship. I like, and I didn't even want to mention her name. I like his wife too. Okay, I really do. I really do. Okay, but I can say, she's done some crazy stuff that I did not agree with. But at the end of the day, you should be able to stand for somebody or be fans of somebody and still say what's right and what's wrong. Call them out on what's right and what's wrong. And you should be able to step outside your standship and be able to see when the situation just don't look right. Okay, this whole situation is not a good look. Okay, and to attack this woman for just because she said her truth that she has every right to say, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Okay, it truly is. I'm glad she spoke up. I'm glad she felt the need that she needed to speak up. Hopefully that's all that she needs to do. I'm pretty sure she did not want to be doing this, okay? She just wants to be left alone. And for people like, oh, it's a clout thing. Why would you think she want to get clout off of this? Because she could have been doing this years ago, because this been out for years, okay? She could have been said something years ago. She could have been all over the internet doing every type of interview or whatever to get clout or whatever. If it's trying to shit on somebody's name, she could have did that years ago. Okay? It's not about that. And, it's not about money either, because if it was about money, she said she was being bribed. She said she was offering money. She would have took the money then. And then probably still fucked them over by coming out and saying, well, they did this and they did that. I did take the money, but still they did this and they did that. Now, if that would have happened, I can see how you could say that it was for attention or clout or whatever. But no, that's not what this is. Step up outside your standship. Matter of fact, just put yourself in her situation. If that was to happen to you, would you want people to believe you? If that was to happen to your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your mother, your friend, wouldn't you want somebody to believe them? Or would you attack them? Would you victim blame? you got to step aside your standship, okay, and understand what's really going on. All right. And sometimes people can be wrong, okay. And I ain't even saying that, oh boy, wife got something to do with it, okay, because I'm not clear on that, but I do know that I'm pretty sure he does, or his people are doing it on his behalf, okay. Moving on from that, and if she got something to do with, that's valid shit too, okay. Moving on from that, Candace, Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac, baby girl. Listen, she done came out with her album Deep Space, okay? I thought I was gonna do like a separate review, but it ain't nothing to do no separate review. I would say give the girl a listen, okay? It's a cute album. On that first song, the first song that popped up, baby, I was sitting there like, the fuck is this? I listened to the album a couple of times, okay? And if those of y'all that know me, I do review the Real Housewives of Potomac. And when Candace first came on scene, I did like her. The last, I would say before this season, probably the last couple of seasons that she was on, or I say last season, I just kind of disliked her a little bit, okay? Not hated her, but kind of disliked some of the stuff that was going on, so it kind of turned me off from her. This season, I'm giving everybody a little clean slate or whatever, and she has not been, irritating me. She's actually been funny. I said this before. I said I was going to listen to the album, give it, a good couple of listens and see exactly where we stand with it. I want it to be fair. I want it to be honest, and I will say this. Candace is not my type of singer. You know what I'm saying? Some of the songs do got auto tune on it. I can see where she has some type of harmony, some type of notes or whatever in her voice. On some of the songs, I was like, girl, what is this? But then I listened to it again and it's kind of catchy, okay? But she do got some nice little cuts on there. That song, I do like Drive Back, okay? And the song with Tracy Braxton, shocked the hell out of me. Shocked the hell out of me because both of them sound good on it. I said, bitch, because y'all know Tracy Braxton is a hit or miss, okay, when it comes to music. She is a hit or miss when it comes to vocals, I should say. But I was a little thrown off with the first song. Well, no, the first song is the interlude, and that was actually kind of cute because it was like a little montage of, people saying different negative things about her and, how she felt. It was cute. I do like the interludes, okay? I will say that. She gave some good interludes. And then, with her talking, that was song number one. And then song number two, when she actually started singing, I was like, the fuck is this? But then I had to listen to it again and just, it was like the auto tune and the tone of her voice just kind of threw me off for a second. But it was the album is cute. It's cute. It ain't something that I'd be like, oh, let me listen to that Candace or whatever. But if it was to come up on my shuffle, I'll listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So, give her a chance. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. That's me being honest. It ain't the best, okay? But for her to be doing this independent, good job. That's what I can say. I really don't have nothing negative to say. It's not my cup of tea, but they're very much listenable, okay? It's very much better than I thought it would be. I will say that. I give her credit for that. Moving on from that, Omarion wants a versus between him and Chris Brown. That don't even make sense. Marianne, you had like a couple of albums out, you had a couple of hits or whatever, but compared to Chris Brown's discography, like he came out, and we ain't even talking about your hits that you had with B2K, okay? We talking about solo hits or whatever, and even with your hits combined with the hits that you have as a solo artist and you as B2K, you still cannot match the discography and the hits that Chris Brown has had, okay? Christopher Maurice Brown, let me tell you something. I gotta dislike, I don't even dislike him, but I kind of had to step off for him because, there was a time that Chris Brown used to get into so much goddamn trouble and he used to disappoint the hell out of me, okay? So much, all right? And I just be like, damn, Christopher, could you just stop? But he's been good lately. He's really been good lately. And I feel like he's about to release some music or whatever. And trust and believe, I don't want it to be another 45 song album because listen, I didn't even listen to the whole last shit that he came out that was like 45 fucking songs, okay? No, no, no. All right. Stop that. Stop that. Don't give us too much. Give us enough, but don't give us too much. I can take a 20-song album, you know, with 4-minute songs or whatever, because that's how they used to be back in the day. I love that shit because you be just getting into the song these days and then the shit be going on. Like, girl, what am I supposed to do with that? I'm getting my groove in and then you just cut it off. Like, no. Give me at least 3 minutes 30 seconds to 4 minutes, all right? Maybe 4:30 and we good, okay? Put a little 20 songs. Beyonce, bitch, when you bring your shit out finally, okay, while you out here writing thank you letters and shit like that, let me just tell you something, girl. You better not. I wish I would see a goddamn song that's 2 minutes long on your goddamn album. That's not what we do. We don't follow trends. We keep on. We set trends, okay? We continue with shit. That's what we do, all right? No, Don't do that, ma'am. Don't do that, ma'am, okay? Christopher, don't do that either. We don't need no more 45 song albums, okay? Let that go. Marianne, sit down. Sit down, do your sensei, num your whole reggae, okay, namaste, eat your watermelon, and go dance on the Millennium Tour. Have y'all been seeing the trend that they put up on TikTok? Remember that video of Omarion doing that dance? And that was actually a concert out here in Chicago, I think. Okay? And he in the red and he was doing that dance or whatever. And girl, people are doing it as a trend on TikTok and the shit is funny. Okay? I said black folks. Black folks, we are everything. Anyway, moving on from that. Also, T.I., nobody wants to have a versus between you and 50 Cent. 50 Cent, you're still an asshole because when Michael K. Williams passed away, you said what you said trying to promote your show. Then when it came out that what he really passed away from, you still being an asshole. Sometimes it's just better to be fucking quiet if we don't have anything nice to say, okay? You don't have to be a dick all the goddamn time. Meanwhile, T.I., nobody cares, all right? We don't want a versus between you and 50 Cent. That ain't even the right matchup, okay? It's not. Two different type of genres of hip-hop, and I know you got your little hits, but I will pick 50 Cent just because I really don't like you no more. You know what? Truth be told, I wouldn't give a fuck because I don't like neither one of them musically anymore. But hey, I will say this. 50 Cent got a goddamn hit on his hand at the Raising Kanan intro. I will say that. After that first intro, the theme song that come on, that bitch be having me up in here jamming, okay? But anyway, moving on from that. Tory Lanez could be looking to end his felony assault case involving Megan Thee Stallion in that shooting incident. Bitch, I had forgot all about that for a minute, okay? And now they brought it up. Basically, they trying to go to court and see if they can come up with some like a plea deal or whatever, agreement so that they won't have to go to court in December. If they can't come up with anything by November, they're going to come to court in December, and it's probably gonna be a jury trial or whatever. I don't know. I just wanted to go away. I want him to go away. Congratulations to Megan because she is out here doing it. She just got a new partnership with Nike, and shout out to old boy that do the the teacher skits or whatever, the administrative skits on TikTok. Hey Tony TV, he's in a couple of the Nike commercials with her. So listen, everybody getting their shine on. I love it organically. I love it when us social media people be on big national campaigns and doing shit and getting that recognition that they deserve, because his shit be funny. I ain't even gonna lie. All right. Netflix, we running out of ideas. Huh? Netflix said that we gonna bring Tiger King 2, okay, to the screen probably by the end of this year or next year, the beginning of next year. For what? It was cute the first time. It was cute seeing Joe Exotica do his crazy shit or whatever. But he in jail. We don't care about Carol Baskin no more, okay? And we don't care about his gay for pay boyfriend, okay? We don't care. Okay? Let it go. It ran its course. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna have the best ratings like it did this time, but I'm still watch it. Okay, but we still don't care. I'm gonna watch it, but we still don't care. Okay, when I say we don't care, it wasn't needed. That's what I mean. Okay. Meanwhile, we got the Fugees. Okay, the Fugees did a freaking NYC concert, and I told y'all this on Wednesday. now that they're going on tour. Okay, I think it's like a 12 city tour, whatever. They're going to be touring over here in the U.S. They're going to be touring in London, and they're going to Nigeria and Ghana. So they did a show out here, out in New York. Okay, baby, somebody put a TikTok up and said, first of all, they came 3 hours late. They was supposed to start at 7 o'clock. They came out on the stage at 10:07. Okay. Then they only did 6 songs. They didn't do none of their solo stuff. All right. And I said, for 6 songs, 3 hours later, bitch, you better give me my money back. Okay. I will not. See, this is why I be wanting to see some of the older acts or whatever, some of my people from the past that I grew up on, but I just know how they are, and I just be like, no, I will catch the YouTube clips. I will catch the YouTube clips because I know how my attitude set up. I will cause a fucking scene, okay? Bitch, give me my money back and I'm about to go home. No, give me my refund. I don't care. I don't care. I stood up for 3 hours. That's a whole concert right there. That's a whole concert right there. Bitch, I told y'all the time when I first saw Beyonce for the very first time. Mrs. Carter show. Do you know how many hours I stood up on these fat feet? Okay, well, my feet ain't fat. I say these fat thighs, okay? But bitch, I was a little heavier then, okay? Just a slight bit heavier, bitch. And it was a no-go. It was a no-go. And it didn't even got nothing to do with weight or whatever. It's the fact that your feet, you're standing up. When I was outside, first of all, I had general admission. General admission, I did not know that it meant that you ain't sitting your ass down. You're gonna be standing up the whole damn thing, okay? So that was one. And because I had general admission, we had to get there early. I came there early. We stood out there in line for like 2 or something hours, all right? For them to come out there, give us our wristbands. Shout out to Miss Ivy. She was like, Ashley, this you? I was like, girl, yeah. Okay, give us our wristbands and all of that, okay? And then we finally get let in. We finally get let in, okay, to stand up for another hour or so before the concert actually started. And I ain't even talking about the real concert. I'm talking about the freaking pre-show, okay? Luke James performed and somebody else performed or whatever. And then we had to stand there for another almost hour before Beyonce got her ass out there on the goddamn stage. I said, bitch, never again. And then stand up for almost 3 hours during the fucking concert. Okay, I said never fucking again. Never goddamn again. When that bitch came back around for the second show, I made sure to get a seat. My feet were on fire, okay? On fire. I said, no, we're not about to do this. 3 hours? I can just imagine, because if they was standing there 3 hours, they got there probably earlier than 7 o'clock. So you probably was standing on your feet for a good 5 hours, okay? Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. For 6 songs? Y'all tried it. Y'all tried it. What's going on? Jenny Ma and her ex, let me just put it like this, okay? People was feeling a little way about, I'm very much indifferent to this situation, but at the same time, this calls for, you should have just ignore stuff because people be trying to be messy. Jenny Ma came out saying that she and Jeezy were pregnant, or I should say expecting their first child together. People were being petty as shit, tagging her ex-husband, you know what I'm saying, in the comments on Instagram or whatever. And he decided to respond and said, I'm all to the good. I went from trash to treasure. I said, ooh, you ain't have to say all that, okay? Now, at first, I was like, because people was like, how he would feel or whatever, knowing that, he wanted kids with her or whatever, and she went and had kids with this man and wasn't happy with him. It just wasn't the time. And she probably truly didn't want kids. And I did say it was weird the way that she treated that man. And I was like, I don't get the dynamic. A lot of us didn't understand the dynamics that she had in that relationship, because the way that she used to talk about her fascination or her fetishization of black men, that she had on the show when she was married to that man. Okay. So I can understand him feeling a little salty in that aspect. But if you truly happy, as you said you are with your fiance and expecting your other child or whatever, you ain't have to respond to this, because it opened up a floodgate. Granted, he could have, because he was tagged, but sometimes we got to know when to respond to stuff, because it can open up floodgates that we them need to happen. Next thing you know, messages coming out, from the wife or the fiance trying to say that Jeannie Mai was causing him hell. But then you got this whole thing of him saying that telling her that he didn't want her, if they do interviews, don't do interviews with brown cultured media, okay, because they can be vindictive. And then was saying like she wanted to do something with the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett, but she's so heavily focused on strong black women and stuff like that narrative, and she don't want it to be about race. She don't want this situation to be about race. And I'm like, if you don't want it to be about race, y'all the one that brought the race factor up in there, because you think black folks finna be going up for Jenny Mai like that. The way she fetishized black men, oh, because you think because, she married to Jeezy or whatever. I mean, no, it just all looks suspect. I want them all to go away. Jeannie, you do what you got to do. Leave them people alone. Freddie, you leave them alone too. Quit being a little bit bitter or whatever. Jeannie, you mind your goddamn business too. Don't say nothing else. And Miss Girl, the fiance, you shut up too before you put your foot up in your mouth a little bit further and make you and your man look bad. Okay? If y'all happy, be happy and just leave each other the fuck alone. Because I do feel like what the fiance said is true. That Jenny probably was saying some stuff too. Okay? Because, after a breakup or whatever, we can be bitter. We can be bitter. Okay? Especially when they move on fast, and they seem like they happy or whatever. We can be bitter. Okay, but hey, it is what it is. Moving on from that, Lil Duval, he says that, all the celebrities came to this BMF premiere. Mind you, the show BMF comes out this Sunday, actually tomorrow. I have forgot all about it, but I will be watching it. No, I'm not reviewing it. I'm watching it. I need a break from reviewing new stuff, and then, because with Courtney Kemp and 50 Cent shows or whatever, like Power and all that stuff, baby, it be so much information that you got to retain. Because the way that I record the reviews, I literally look at like 15 minutes and then I, talk about what I remember from that 15 minutes, then watch the next 15 minutes, talk about what I remember, then watch the rest and put it all together. That's how I record, to get everything in, to make sure that I don't miss anything, And I just be so tired afterwards, okay? So I cannot do another show right now from them. I just really want to watch BMF. I just love that story about BMF, okay? I'm into all of that shit. But anyway, apparently they had a premiere, and he was like, Lil Duval was like, all the celebrities was out there at their premiere, but only a couple of people came out there to Boosie's premiere for his movie The Struggle or whatever. Listen, talk about some, we gotta learn how to support equally the street projects as well as the mainstream stuff. Sir, Boosie brought this on himself, okay? If Boosie was more respectable to people, if Boosie paid more attention to his own project, if Boosie would have spent more time promoting his stuff instead of being in Lil Nas' business and Gay Men's business and causing all this controversy and causing people to turn on him because we looking at him sideways like, what is your issue? If he spent more time promoting his own stuff instead of being in other people's business, maybe he would have had more support. And that's all the way to it, okay? Meanwhile, the last thing I want to talk about, Chris Cuomo, I don't know what's going on, but it's a mess, all right? Your brother just got put out of office because of all these allegations of sexual harassment. Now, his ex-boss from like 2005, who was an executive producer at ABC and CBS, said they went to like a little office party or some shit or whatever. I don't know. It was a party or whatever. Her name's Shelly Ross, okay? And, she said while she was there, she saw him. He gave her a hug, but he grabbed her butt. Mind you, she was with her husband. And she said her husband saw it. And as soon as that happened, like, we both just left the party. And he sent the email trying to apologize and all this stuff or whatever. And my whole thing is, yeah, if you want to call him out, call him out. And I'm not, refuting her claims or whatever. And I know people gonna be like, well, bitch, that was in 2005 and he apologized or whatever. The fact of the matter is, it should never happen. That's it. But at the same time, the part that got me was the fact that you said your husband saw him touch your ass and he didn't do nothing. If you wanted to be respectable and not fight in that in that area, because listen, we still professionals, even though we not on the clock, we still a little bit of professionals. We got our rep to take up. You mean to tell me your husband didn't pull him to the side or whatever and be like, yo, man, what's your problem? That's my wife. You don't put your hands on her ass like that or whatever. I was just like, girl, okay. Chris Cuomo, I don't put it past anybody, but I don't know what's been going on, but everybody seems to be going down for sexual harassment these days. Okay. Y'all need to learn to keep y'all hands to yourself. And I know some people like it's an agenda. Y'all always say it's an agenda, but at this point, hell, maybe it is. I don't know. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about all of this. And I'll see y'all later. Enjoy your weekends. Like I said, be safe, be safe, be safe. Wear your mask, okay? Wear your mask, all right? And I will see y'all later. Peace.